4,500 years ago, there was a man. Next door to this man lived a little boy. This boy had a brother. This brother's father had a brother also. His uncle had a best friend that he went to elementary school with. The teacher there had a grandpa. He used to tell this story for all the kids to hear. It's about a man who had an idea that would forever change the world.
I have always dreamt that one day I could establish a land where men would be free to do whatever they want while ignoring the rest of the world completely. And to this land, I will put the name of my grandfather, of his father, of my dog and my sons. And my name is Anthony B. America.
Anthony B. America gathered his forefathers, Davy Crockett, George Washington, Indiana Jones, and Sinbad. Christopher Columbus was also supposed to join the journey, but he lost in a poker game to Leonardo DiCaprio the day of the sailing, and Leo took his place. 4 days later, they arrived at what would be now called the United States of America. Anthony B. America set his foot upon the gravel, thinking no other thoughts, speaking no other words. He said this:
Even though only my toe has touched this land, I can tell it will be a great land. And throughout this land, let it be known the first law: marriage should be defined as one man and one man. Maybe later we can talk about between a man and a woman, but I have forefathers, and this just makes sense.
As they walked past the beach, Leonardo DiCaprio decided to stay, where he lived out the rest of his days. They came across some native people who seemed to have been here before Anthony B. America ever landed his ship. He simply went up to them and said, "Can you share this land with us?"
Can you share this land with us?
They said, "Sure." Then on, they started creating colonies, cities, suburbs alike. The first, Virginia, founded by George of the Jungle. Next, Austin, Texas, founded by Willie Nelson. Third, Columbus, Ohio, founded by brothers Columbus and Ohio. Next, they found Canada and gave that away quickly. Then they founded Mexico. But then they found a newer Mexico, and they named it New Mexico and got rid of the old Mexico. Though more and more the colonies were created, Anthony B. America decided that they would have to fly under one banner, one flag, to represent everything America stood for. So he came up with the colors for a flag, and this is what he said:
Citizens of this great country, we need to stay united. Under this piece of fabric, we will do so. And the colors of which shall represent what our freedom means. The blue, for the skies which we are under, and the seas which got us here. The red, for the blood that the Constitution is written in. And the white, for marshmallows are my favorite dessert. And thus, the flag shall be forever and always.
Now America grew and grew, but not without dismay and despair along the way. Many people wanted what Anthony B. America had made. Everybody wanted to be American. Everybody was jealous of the Americans and their fast food, their spicy ketchup. Wars broke out. The first was the Battle of Normandy, when France tried to come down and destroy us, but Colonel Sanders led us to victory. Then there was the battle for the World Cup, which the world wanted, but America won and told China and Asia that they could still live. Now, one of the worst battles of all time, after World Wars III, IV, and V, and the Stanley Cup Finals, America thought they were down for good. Anthony B. America, though, rallied his troops and gave one of the best speeches known to man. And this is what he said:
Friends, co-workers, people who are here against their will, though we may have different skin colors, though we come from different places, we are all here fighting for America. To you I say, hey now! You are an all-star. You are rock stars. So get your game on and go mercilessly slaughter the enemy and take America back. Keep us, this great country, united for always.
So America grew and grew and grew some more. Many American-made inventions and ideas started coming up. The invention of the light bulb, of the internet, the moon, rocket ships, airplanes, cars, soda pop. Americans even learned how to build more trees. Well, after all these accomplishments and great things, Anthony B. America began to grow old, as America did, and he lay on his deathbed to think of all the things he had accomplished, and the things he hoped America to accomplish in his passing. This is what he said.
As I lay dying from these many broken bones and lacerations from an American bison attack, I remember everything that I based this land on. For the ability for man to do what he wants, whenever he wants. To believe what he wants, whatever he wants. No matter the facts or anyone else's opinion. This country will still stand and will still fight for those rights. And for those rights, I say Happy July 4th to you all. And I die.
America continued to prosper, even after he was gone. And I say this: may you have a happy July 4th, and never forget these historical events that Anthony B. America and his forefathers created for you and I today.